The regime's violence is almost unbelievable, but Libyan dissidents have been living in terror for a generation.
طيب سلمى الحمد لله حبيبي جماعة مزدفوني على
الو خير سالم شنو حالك؟
London dissident Naji has become a contact point for people anxious for news of their relatives. In the 1970s and 80s, thousands of young men like him fled into exile from Gaddafi's rule.
Gaddafi is a killer! Gaddafi is a murderer!
Before there used to be, we are very lucky if we can get 60 people together. Now, from what I saw yesterday, we're talking about nearly 5,000 people yesterday outside down the street. You'll find them from all walks of life. There's students, there's intellectuals, there's doctors, there's normal people like myself. I think the turning point was what they saw in Tunisia and Egypt, and then they saw how easy it is, and all these dictators and regimes that they were fearful of, they found out that they are actually made out of paper, and they just collapsed in a few days.
Even in London, being at the protest means breaking a barrier of fear and silence decades old.
I left Libya in 1978. After April 1975-76, there were peaceful demonstration by the student in the university. And then they have arrested hundreds of people. They have shot people on the street. 2 of my friends has been killed in front of me. 3 of my friends has been hanged. And I am waiting to go back to Libya and to share the victory with my own people.
I just spoke to Libya this morning, and they said about 1 million people from Benghazi, from the west, gone all the way to liberate Tripoli. We're gonna die anyway, so might as well do it for freedom of our country and our people.
Obama, listen to all these brave men. What we're actually hoping from this protest to achieve is to make the Western world see the atrocity that's happening in Libya. The reason we're protesting today here is we're hoping that the United States, because of its clout and its stance in the world, that they might tip the balance towards the Libyan people. We don't want any military involvement. All we want is to help us, maybe give us weapons to defend ourselves, maybe help us by introducing a flying zone ban so the aircrafts cannot fly and bomb the Libyans. Maybe yes, but as a military intervention or physical like that, we don't agree to that. It's a Libyan problem and Libyan people has to solve it. In all these years, I've never told anybody where my address is, and this is the first time on public I tell you my address. Keeping my address secret is past, gone. Hello. We've got some visitors.
Oh.
Hiya.
Good day.
This is my lovely wife, Sharon.
Long-suffering wife, Sharon. Come on in. Just catching up with this. And I think I've just seen your brother.
No. Who? Which one?
Fakhri.
Fakhri.
From Benghazi on a shot, and hopefully it will come round on a loop.
There you go. How about that? She just saw my brother Fakhri with the demonstrators in the crowd in Benghazi.
I'm sure. It comes to the side of this poster.
Here.
Here?
Oh yeah, here he is.
Here he is?
Yeah. In 1974, where we had to do the national service, we didn't know anything about national service before. I remember some of my fellow students, we went into the army barracks and they were bringing 3-piece suits because they didn't know, we had no idea about the army. But anyway, when we went in, the treatment, it wasn't a training, and the treatment was really to break our spirits, and it was torture. Some people, they put you on the tarmac while you're rolling up all your trousers above the knee, and you start crawling like this, and somebody come from behind you and kick your foot. So then your knee is gonna get grazed on the tarmac. And some people, until the bones actually came out. And when we stopped and thought, this is not training, this is not, you're not training young men to be soldiers to defend their countries. This is to break us. And not just the students, because he did that to the freelance and workers, the government workers and the teachers and all types of people. Every time he takes one part of these people and make them go into the camps. And by doing this, he actually planted a fear in the whole of the population.
The regime arrested all the union or the movement of the Libyan student in the university.
Ali, Naji's childhood friend, recalls this as the moment Gaddafi first began to punish dissent. As a 19-year-old, he attended a student protest in Benghazi. He claims he was then unlawfully detained by a clandestine unit of state security dubbed Group 16.
The first thing, you go inside, you hear your brothers, your Libyans there, either crying or either you see the blood. They were really terrorizing me. Abdullah Sunusi has a group, they call it 16, Group 16. This group is basically specialized in torturing and killing. They put you in a group 16 and they start hitting you from everywhere. You know, so it's, if you are not strong enough, you're gonna collapse, okay? Because to see 16 people hitting you is not easy. They do many things, you know, you can't even think about them as a human being. You can't, because it's not really with your mind, because you're a normal human being, and logic does not really agree with it. And after that, in 1976, they released us. And we thought, this is the end of it.
Instead, state repression reached new heights.
After that, we started to, you know, to find our way of life, to work, to do other, you know, to move on. That's the time where things become violent and they become different, and terrorizing people, to hang people on the streets and show them in the TV.
I remember I was studying in my flat and I had a car with the horn continuously beeping. To my surprise, a guy coming, putting his head out of the window with the horn continuous on and saying, "Come out, they're killing your kids, they're hanging your kids, come out, people come out." I don't know to this day what happened to this guy. He was a brave act at the time. So I went and I followed, and then I saw two of the guys hanging. One of them actually used to be